tonight, hands-free is the way to be. That was the message for Minnesota drivers 2 years ago, and now we're looking into if that plan is working. Plus, if you go to a city building, grab your mask because starting tomorrow, there's a new mandate in place. And it's National Night Out, which means communities and police departments are coming together. But this year, health officials are there too with vaccines in hand.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. It's been 2 years now since Minnesota passed its hands-free law, barring drivers from holding their phone in their hand while behind the wheel. Most states with similar laws have seen a noticeable decrease in distracted driving-related deaths after the change went into effect, some up to 15%. CBS3's Quinn Gorham joins us live now. And Quinn, you checked in with our local law enforcement to see if things have changed here. What did you learn?
Well, Kristen, first I want to demonstrate just how dangerous texting and driving can actually be. Let's say I'm going around 55 miles an hour on the highway and I look down to check a text on my phone. In that 5 or so seconds that it takes me to check that text, I'll have traveled almost an entire football field. That hands-free law is meant to keep me from looking down at my phone and keep my eyes focused on the road. Under the law, drivers are not allowed to hold their phone or use any non-navigation apps while driving. Video and live streaming is also prohibited. You can, however, use voice commands. Since the law has gone into effect, Duluth police say they've seen a slight decrease in distracted driving incidents, and they've also been issuing more hands-free citations. In all of 2020, Duluth police have handed out 145 citations, and that's only 6 citations shy of the number that they reached in the first half of this year. Lieutenant Ryan Morris with the Duluth Police Department says while they've seen some improvement, the real impact will happen further down the line.
I think we've seen some changes in driver behavior. I think it's a slow progression. We're still needing to educate. We're still needing to enforce the law, probably more than I'd like to see, but I think people are learning as they go.
Morris says we'll likely see a more drastic impact in years to come as laws like this become second nature to people. In the meantime, there are a couple things you can do to make sure that you're not distracted driving. One of those being you can have a phone holder, and the other being you can have the car controls, the Bluetooth car controls on your car.
Quinn, there still does seem to be some questions about this law even 2 years later. What about when you're on the road and you answer the phone on speaker? Can you hold your phone if it's not up to my ear and I'm looking at the road? I think there's some confusion over that.
Yeah, that's actually a great question, and Lieutenant Morris did touch on that. He says while that's a little bit better than having the phone actually up to your ear, that is still technically a form of distracted driving. He says the best thing you can do in case there's like a traffic incident ahead of you that you need to have both hands on the wheel is just to leave the phone down in general.
All right, certainly some good tips. Thank you, Quinn, and you can find more information about safe driving and the statistics on our website. Well, moving to air quality, we are taking a live look from Spirit Mountain. As you can see, the smoke and haze from the Canadian wildfires is still persisting all across the Twin Ports. Today, the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency extended the air quality alert until 9 o'clock tomorrow night for the northern half of Minnesota. Experts say limiting your time outside is the best way to beat the smoke, especially for folks who have underlying cardiovascular or lung issues. Well, Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, I understand folks in parts of Wisconsin are dealing with a similar issue here.
Yeah, folks in Wisconsin are covered by the same air quality alert through 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. Boy, we were hoping today's southwesterly winds would push that smoke back across the border, but they haven't been moving fast enough. Maybe that'll happen tomorrow when winds pick up. But bottom line is, yep, still sticking around. Air quality alert through 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Tomorrow, higher pressure will try to drive a southwesterly wind towards 15 miles per hour, and that may do the trick, at least briefly, later in the afternoon and the evening. But perhaps a better solution could be coming around on Thursday when those 2 low-pressure systems get here and a rain chance fires up, and hopefully that'll wash the sky clean for a while. Our short-term forecast, though, says continued dry conditions both tonight and through tomorrow. Warm conditions at least through tomorrow with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Hazy start, sunny finish, then by Thursday, a little cooler and maybe a little rainier. We'll talk about how long that round of rain could last in just a few more minutes.
Great. Thanks, Dave. New at 6, a Hibbing man is behind bars tonight after authorities say he stole a squad car and led police on a high-speed chase. It all started around 10:20 last night outside the Virginia courthouse. A St. Louis County Sheriff's deputy left their squad car running when they went inside. When they came back out, the car was gone. Authorities tracked the vehicle using GPS. Virginia police spotted it and tried to pull over the 21-year-old suspect. He kept going, waving the deputy's shotgun out the driver's window as he led authorities on a high-speed chase. That eventually ended on Highway 169 outside of Virginia when authorities used a pit maneuver. No one was hurt, but the squad car was seriously damaged. The suspect is in the St. Louis County Jail and is expected to be charged soon. There was no immediate word about any possible repercussions for the deputy who left the car running with weapons inside. Well, some grim COVID news in both Minnesota and Wisconsin today. Wisconsin reported nearly 1,400 new COVID-19 infections. That's the highest single-day increase since early February. About 52% of Wisconsin residents have at least one dose of a vaccine. And in Minnesota, there were more than 1,600 new cases today. 31 of those were in St. Louis County, and 15 were in Itasca County. 69% of Minnesotans 16 and older have at least one dose of a COVID shot. Minnesota's rising case numbers have many of us wondering about the future of some big events, especially the state fair. The Great Minnesota Get-Together is supposed to kick off Thursday, August 26th near St. Paul. The state fair's general manager says they're keeping a close eye on Minnesota's COVID situation. He says they're in contact with the state health department, and as of right now, the fair is moving forward with no capacity or mask restrictions. Starting tomorrow, masks will be required inside City of Duluth buildings. Mayor Emily Larson made that announcement today. She says public spaces like City Hall and the libraries will remain open. The decision to require masks inside is an effort to protect staff as the Delta variant spreads. 76% of city staff are vaccinated. Larson says they want to continue serving the public while protecting people's health.
We do not want to close buildings. We don't want to shut down services. And so we really feel strongly that masking is one simple and affordable and convenient way to do this for members of our public and our staff.
Duluth Fire Chief Sean Crigé says the fire stations will close to the public just 2 days after they reopened. He says departments were hit hard early on in the pandemic, so they want to ensure crews are protected. Mayor Larson says for now they are not considering another citywide mask mandate or a vaccine mandate for city staff. All public meetings will continue to happen in person, including city council meetings. An update to a story we first reported yesterday. We're now learning Duluth's Lake Superior College will start requiring masks tomorrow. That includes in all indoor public spaces. School leaders say they will still plan on offering all on-campus and online courses this year. UMD took similar action across all campuses yesterday. Some Superior leaders want to add a new paid holiday to the calendar for city workers. The Superior City Council is expected to address adding Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a paid city holiday. Mayor Jim Payne first proposed the idea 2 years ago. At that time, he didn't have support from the Human Resources Committee. The January holiday marks the birthday of the famed activist who helped lead America's civil rights movement. Payne says it's an important move to show more recognition towards MLK.
I expect some opposition at council tonight, but the fact is this is one of the most significant figures in our country's history, and the message of Dr. King is important for every American.
MLK Day is already a holiday for unionized employees, including police and firefighters, as well as the Superior School District. The Superior City Council meeting begins at 6:30 tonight. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3 National Night Out hopes to better a community's relationship with police officers. And here in Duluth, officials hope to keep their community healthy. We'll take you there next.
Temperatures today high-wise made the mid to upper 80s. Will do so again tomorrow, but then they'll slowly descend a little bit beginning on Thursday as rain chances increase. We'll talk about the end result of the 7-day forecast coming up right after this break.
Get something for nothing at Home Seasonal Concepts. When you spend $4.99, get 3 years special financing and pay nothing down, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on select outdoor furnishings. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum is for everyone. Visit the Great Wall of Inductees, shoot some pucks, and hit the gift shop. Celebrating the history of American hockey through exhibits and memorabilia. The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum, a must-stop for hockey fans everywhere.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
Your home improvement company has industry-leading materials and warranties on all of our window and bathroom products. We also certify all of our installers in our Installation Training Center. Right now, we are offering 20% off all products and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Call us today or go online to book your appointment. If you want your project done right the first time, go with your home improvement company where it's your home made better.
When you watch CBS3, you get up-to-date team coverage. Online, on your phone, and on the air.
6 o'clock this evening as we enter the overnight hour.
Right down to your neighborhood. For local weather coverage you can trust, tune to CBS3.
Now at Homeworld Rugs, thousands of area rugs will be sold up to 67% off when you take an extra 12% off already discounted prices, plus 3-year special financing. Hundreds of rugs from $77, room-size rugs from $147. The area rug clearance at Homeworld Rugs.
It's going to be perfect.
This summer, your favorite celebrities return to their hometowns.
It means the world to me to be back in Boston.
And get to work.
I'm going to just call you Demo Girl.
This is for every guy who ever played.
I wish we got that in slow-mo.
Welcome to your new home.
Oh, man. It's a new beginning.
I don't even know what to say.
This is just unbelievable. Sheer happiness.
Secret Celebrity Renovation. New Fridays or stream anytime on CBS.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Temperature-wise, today came up very summery. A fairly wide range of temps, yes, but in general, higher than the normal of 78, which is what they achieved in Watersmeet. 80 was the high temp up the road in Ironwood, and we ran 81 to 85 degrees in northern Wisconsin. Was Superior, again like yesterday, being the hot spot at 85. Moose Lake turned in 86. 84 for Proctor and Hermantown. 75, our cool spot by the lake in Grand Marais. But the hottest spot, International Falls, 89 degrees. Baudette made 90, but they're in somebody else's viewing area, so they don't count this time around. Tomorrow's temperatures will be very similar, but by Thursday we'll start to cool down a little bit and drop into the 70s by next week, aided and abetted by a pair of low-pressure systems that beginning on Thursday will bring us some rain chances, and we still need it. We've started August on a dry note, already a third of an inch shy of normal. 83 is the current temp at the airport in Duluth. The relative humidity is 42%, and we have a westerly wind running 9 miles per hour. We're hoping for a southwesterly wind now tomorrow, going towards 15 miles per hour, with gusts even towards 20, and hopefully that finally pushes that smoke back across the border. It didn't really do the job today, despite our best hopes. Air pressure holding steady on the high side at 30 inches even, and current temperatures, well, we have 79 to 80 for the Upper Peninsula, also 79 to about 83 degrees in northern Wisconsin. Looking at Minnesota's numbers, as cool now as 70 by the lake in Grand Marais. It's still as warm as 88 for International Falls and the rest of the state in between. Tomorrow, temperatures, like I mentioned, will be similar before the cool down starts by Thursday. Doppler map right now, it shows we did get a couple of showers in northern Wisconsin this afternoon. 20% chance, driven by the heat of the day, and it paid off, at least briefly. It's not really sticking around. Also looks like a couple are trying to pop off in northern Minnesota here as well. But what we're looking at in general then is high pressure to control us tonight through Wednesday, keeping things perhaps hazy, but also on the drier side rather than the wetter. The wetter side could be with us on Thursday as twin lows from the west get closer, connecting trough in between, casts a net upon the region, which brings 30 to 70% chances for showers and thunderstorms Thursday through next Monday. Latest charts indicate none of those chances really have any big soaking rains, but with 4 or 5 days worth of little dribbles, hopefully we get something that we can use. Tonight, temperature-wise, we'll be getting in Minnesota a range of 55 inland to 64 by the lake. And again, it could be hazy and smoky with that air quality alert. Same deal for Wisconsin, but Michigan off the hook. 58 to 62 for lows there. Tomorrow's highs with sunshine, hopefully eventually mid to upper 80s again. Minnesota follows suit with things only slightly cooler by the lake. And then with the extended forecast, the twin lows, well, it looks like the forecast went away, unfortunately. The 7-day forecast indicates high temps this coming week, 75 to about 80 after tomorrow, with rain chances beginning Thursday, lasting through Monday, 30 to 70% shots, as I mentioned. And, of course, by 10 o'clock tonight, maybe even for our last weather here, I'll get that wayward 7-day fired up and we can take a better look at it.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, Dave. Many communities are coming together tonight to celebrate National Night Out. The nationwide event, which happens every year on the first Tuesday in August, is especially focused on bringing together police and community organizations to foster better relationships. This year, they're also encouraging people to get vaccinated. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo joins us live from a National Night Out event at the Boys and Girls Club in Duluth's Lincoln Park neighborhood. Kendall, what are organizers hoping to get out of this event?
Well, Kristen, there's a lot going on. There's food, there's games, but there's also, like you mentioned, vaccinations. Members of St. Louis County Public Health are here offering the shot for anyone who is eligible and wants it. I am joined now by public health nurse Emily Leon. Emily, what is the overall vibe out here tonight?
It's a really, really fun event to be a part of. The community's out here, and it just kind of feels like a big celebration.
And who all, if someone sees the clinic over there, who all is eligible to receive the shot?
So we are currently giving vaccines to anyone over the age of 12. So we have Pfizer available for anyone between 12 and 18 and then over. And then we also have Moderna and Johnson & Johnson, which is 1 dose.
And who are you guys hoping to give the shot to if someone who walks by and sees this who maybe wouldn't have seen other things about the vaccine?
You know, we're really hoping to catch people in their neighborhoods where there's kind of a block to go out and get vaccines from a different provider. We're also hoping that there's an increase in vaccines with the new Delta variant. And with school returning in September, 12 and over, we're really hoping to get their first dose now so that they're fully vaccinated by the time school starts.
Wonderful. Okay, Emily, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, if you see this and you still have not gotten your COVID shot and you want one, you do not need an appointment for this clinic. They are accepting walk-ins, and the event in Lincoln Park here goes until 7 o'clock tonight.
Well, Kendall, you've been there for a while now, and they've been vaccinating folks there for about an hour. Has it been busy?
There's been a steady flow. So far, I've counted 7 people who came and walked up and decided to get the shot.
And as she mentioned, I think it's being in the community that they're hoping that outreach will reach some folks. So, Kendall, we will check in with you again tonight at 10 o'clock and have some fun while you're there, too. Thanks, Kendall. Well, here's another look at a National Night Out celebration happening in Hibbing right now. Folks are gathered at Bennett Park enjoying music, food, and talking to their neighbors. But as we mentioned, a big goal of the night is also for the community to build stronger relationships with the city's police department, and it looks like the fire department is there tonight as well. Officers are there meeting people they serve and answering questions about their work. We'll hear from those who were out at the fun in Hibbing tonight coming up at 10 o'clock. But before that, Alexis is here with sports. I have a feeling it's a busy day in sports.
It is more fun for sports as well. And from the gold and maroon to the purple and white, UMD softball's coach is headed off to a new Minnesota adventure. And a Northland team is ranked as top dogs as we kick off football season this fall. I will reel in sports next.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
CBS3 live cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale. Get a complimentary 4-night hotel stay at over 400 great hotels. Plus an extra 20% off when you spend $3,000 or more. Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
I'm Dr. Matthew Penny. I'm a family physician at St. Luke's. I like to try and empower the patients to take control of their own health care. Doctors may give advice, but it's really the choices of the patients that determine the outcomes of their health care. So I think it's really important that we speak in a way that patients understand and can get information. I chose to practice at St. Luke's because it seems more like a family environment. The atmosphere at Mariner is great, so I love it here.
It's going to be perfect.
This summer, your favorite celebrities return to their hometowns.
It means the world to me to be back in Boston.
And get to work.
I want to just call you Demo Girl. This is for every guy who ever played.
I wish we got that in slow-mo.
Welcome to your new home.
Oh, man. It's a new beginning.
I don't even know what to say.
This is just unbelievable. Sheer happiness.
Secret Celebrity Renovation. New Fridays or stream anytime on CBS.
We've got new information now explaining why.
Why should ordinary Americans care what's happening here in Ukraine?
Deep divisions remain.
Elizabeth, why did they kick you out?
They are expecting public unrest.
Why are they releasing these videos now?
Police are pushing us back.
We found one hell of a story of survival.
That's why you have to do your own research to get to the truth.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19, and at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain.
It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
You can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
All of us can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains. Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
Slumberland's anniversary sale. Spend $1,000 and get a complimentary 2-night hotel stay, plus an extra 10% off. See our huge selection of top brands like Sealy and Tempur-Pedic. Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
For the past 22 years, Jen Walter has been one of the faces of Twin Ports softball. But now she is moving on to an opportunity she couldn't pass up. The former Bulldogs softball coach has accepted a job as an assistant coach for the University of St. Thomas, which will now be competing at the Division I level. Walter has been with UMD softball since 2015, recording a 186-98 conference record, including 3 NCAA tournament berths and an NCAA regional championship in 2018. Before UMD, she spent 16 seasons as St. Scholastica's softball coach. The Bulldogs will begin the search for Walter's replacement immediately. And the UMD football team hasn't competed in an official game since 2019. After their season was called off last fall due to COVID-19. The Bulldogs will finally be making their return this fall. And once again, they're bringing back a promising squad. UMD is ranked #1 in the NSIC North preseason coaches poll. No surprise, of course, the Dogs have won at least a share of the NSIC North Division title for the past 12 consecutive seasons. They're ranked 2nd overall in the conference behind only Minnesota State. In addition, senior quarterback John Larson has been named to the NSIC North Preseason Player of the Year. He was also tabbed with the honor back in 2019. The Bulldog football season opens up on Thursday, September 2nd at Upper Iowa. And this past week, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, Mike Zimmer, has received a praise for his transparency about his team's struggle through COVID-19 and players' choices not to get vaccinated. However, today the organization is receiving the opposite of praise due to their current vaccine status. According to recent reports, the Vikings obtained the lowest vaccine rate through the entire NFL. Only 64.5% of the team are fully vaccinated, well below the league's 90% rate. These percentages suggest that 32 of Minnesota's 90 players are not fully vaccinated, and 27 have not received a single shot. This also includes 5 of their projected starters. Looking at the big picture, this raises major concern, not only for Zimmer and his squad on the field and in the locker room, but also puts the rest of the league in jeopardy. Zimmer is aware that he cannot flip the switch for his players, but with players' refusal to turn the light on themselves may cost a promising 2021 season. In other Vikings news, the team announced that they're releasing cornerback Jeff Gladney. The former first-round pick was indicted by a Texas grand jury for alleged felony assault of a woman he was previously in a relationship with during the incident in April. The Vikings organization made it clear that they do not tolerate this behavior, saying in a statement today, "We take these matters very seriously and condemn all forms of domestic violence. No court date has been scheduled for his trial." Finally, here is what the current medal count looks like before prime time gets over in Tokyo. The U.S. has the most medals overall with 73, and China has the most gold medals with 32. And Kristen, we have a whole lot more Olympics coverage to come. My personal favorite, volleyball, they play tonight.
That's mine too.
And we have canoeing, kayaking, more track and field, golfing. I mean, the list goes on.
It does, and they're all fun to watch.
So fun. I mean, it's the Olympic joy. How can you not enjoy it?
Sure is. And we have it this year, which is even better. Thanks, Alexis. Well, the city of Hibbing is getting together tonight, not only for National Night Out, but also to cheer on their police canine chase. Chase and Officer Joey Burns have made it to the finale in the show America's Top Dog on A&E. And tonight, the Iron Range duo will go up against other law enforcement canines from across the country. If you'd like to join in on the celebration, there's going to be a watch party tonight at the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Doors open at 7, show starts at 8. And tonight at 10, we'll have an update if they win the competition. Well, good luck to Canine Chase and Officer Burns. And for National Night Out tonight, Dave, not too bad.
No, despite a couple of problems with the air quality, of course, it should be a decent night for National Night Out. It shouldn't rain. Just a few sprinkles popped off here and there today. High pressure should keep us on the dry side tonight, and we'll try to get back towards the sunny side tomorrow, at least briefly, because beginning Thursday, rain chances come around and could stick with us all the way through next Monday.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.